there's something that just seems very simple, but I feel like it's become much more complicated, and that's sealing your comic books. We're going to have a discussion about that today. Hey, all my webheads out there, welcome back to Comic Book Corner 2.0, and fans, I am your host, Mike Spider Slayer, always usually helping you make decisions on what comic books to buy. But today, guys, we're talking about a little bit of a different topic. Now, I threw this out there in my Facebook group page. I even put it on the YouTube community page, and I was curious, I wanted to show people, guys, I'm making this dive into sealing my comic books with painter's tape, because forever I always used the basic Scotch tape, and for the past year or so, people were like, Mike, why don't you use painter's tape? And I'm like, I never even knew that this was a thing to use painter's tape to seal your comic books. I mean, I have been the guy that has always used the traditional Scotch tape, right? One piece, and you stick it in the back of your comic just like this, if you can see it, just like that, and then you put your comic away, and it's kind of an afterthought, right? And it is funny how many people reached out to me saying, you're doing it all wrong. My gosh, I never thought this was such a thing. I just thought it was an afterthought. So I want to pick your guys' brain. I wanted to reach out to more people by doing a video and seeing what your guys' thoughts are with this whole sealing the comics thing, right? I mean, I've seen videos on how to seal your comics and all this other stuff. And I'm like, my gosh, this is very serious, right? Have I been doing it wrong all this time? Or is this just a preference thing? So let me just explain to you again how I've always sealed my comic books, okay? So, first things first, I started doing, for years and years, again, like I showed you, the traditional Scotch tape, one piece in the center. Now, I heard that wasn't the best thing to do, because when you put your comics in the box, right, what happens is it does the little flippy things here, and then it ruins your bag, right? The next thing is you don't want to use Scotch tape, because what happens is when you open up that comic book, right, it can tear your bag. It can actually right here get stuck on your comic book, and just like it did right there, look, it's completely stuck. Now, I don't care about this comic, so I don't care, right? But this is what happens right here. It sticks to your comic, and for a Silver Age comic, that is a no-no. And I've come across that many times, but I never thought that there was a solution to that problem. So that's when you guys reached out to me and you said, you know what, Mike, you should use that painter's tape. It won't stick, right? So I was like, okay, well, whatever. I kind of brushed it off. And then like an idiot, I'm like, okay, well, now I'm going to use 2 pieces of tape. Well, that makes it twice as worse, because now you're removing that comic book, right? And now you have double the chance of getting that Scotch tape stuck to a cover. And this is a pretty important book here, so I don't ever plan on really taking this out, so that's okay. But maybe I should make the change. Then I most recently did the painter's tape thing. So you get the painter's tape, right? And then what happens is you take 2 pieces from it, and then you put it on the end. So then this way the bag doesn't get torn up. And this way what happens is it really comes off really easy, right? That's what it seems. Now, I had people message me and say, painter's tape actually gets more sticky as time goes along. Now I'm like, what the hell, dude? I'm like, what is going on? So I'm looking out there for you guys. What do you guys do, right? I mean, people told me they use double-sided tape for their bags and boards. Some people use the resealable bags to actually seal their comics. Shit, do you use freaking flex tape? I mean, do you use alien tape? Do you use that painter's tape that's like frog tape? There's all kinds of crazy stuff. But as of right now, what I personally do is most recently is I got this blue painter's tape. Very simple. You take the actual like inch of it, and then what happens is you just stick it on one part right here on the end, right? And then you would take another piece right here, and then you would put it on the end here. Okay, so very easy, simple, right? And like I said, how you do it, let me know in the comments below. I'm very curious. Again, the longest time, I only did that one piece of Scotch tape in the middle, but it's not advised as a very good thing to do to, you know, protect your comic book. So again, I just wanted to shoot that quick video out there to let you guys know what I did for many years and what I just transitioned to. And if you do anything different, I'm so curious to hear. So guys, thank you so much for paying attention for these 5 minutes on just freaking tape. Are we overthinking it just a little bit? I want to hear all those thoughts. Of course, guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to hit that bell so you don't miss any content from me. And speaking of content, I'll leave you more content right here of a series that I just started where it's paying $20 and under for certain comic books and smelling them and reliving that great comic smell. Yeah, it's a good time, so check it out. So of course, guys, as always, keep buying, keep collecting, and most importantly, keep reading those comic books. Guys, thank you so much. I'll see you real soon.